You're good.
Oh, all right. All right. So like she said, my name's Jess. So I actually signed up and became Emerald in one day. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about how I did that and kind of what I've been doing since then. So Liz, actually, I met her. I was a personal trainer and she became one of my clients and then very good friends. And I was just talking to her about doing this coaching thing again. And I was very, very excited. And when you get to know me, I get excited really easily. So, and it's like the coolest thing ever, no matter what it is. So, Liz said she signed up with me at the same day that I did because I was so excited about doing this and the possibility of something big. And I didn't talk to her about doing it just for fun. And we talked about doing big things. So that's one of the things I want to talk to you guys about tonight is sharing your excitement with people. I currently have 1, 2, 3, I think 6 coaches, 5 or 6 coaches underneath me. So I'm getting close to Diamond. But every single one of them signed up with me because I was excited. I shared in my post how excited I am. I try to talk to people. Most of the people that I've signed up are people that I know. So just because I've get excited about it. So please, in your posting, I'm sure you guys are really good at this, but get excited about this journey. I know April does it all the time and she just like lights a fire in me to be excited for everybody else. I hope that's for you too. But I share my why a lot because my why is emotional. And the thing I wanted to tell you guys tonight about your whys and something that I really struggled with in the beginning is being completely vulnerable and making your why so much it like makes you cry. So I know my why makes me cry. I cried in my team page yesterday, just talking to my girls about it. My why has a lot to do with self-love and PCOS and my journey through my weight gain as a personal trainer, and then now doing this all whatever it is, and just being completely vulnerable. It's really hard to do that on Facebook. I don't know if you guys are like me. I struggle with that, and I don't know how many posts I wrote and rewrote like 14,000 times because it just didn't sound right in my head. So share your why, make it emotional. That has been the most powerful post for me. Yes, I think the posts that show the results are powerful, but I think the ones that I've actually seen the most traction from are the ones that are about my emotional side and kind of what I struggle with. Have you ever felt like you didn't belong, or have you ever felt like you didn't, XYZ? That's kind of what I focused my business around. So, and a lot of that had to do with mastering my inner mean girl. So, sorry, I have notes. Otherwise, I'll get sidetracked and this call will be 45 minutes long. So, but anyway, Mastering Your Mean Girl. I read that book. If you haven't read Mastering Your Mean Girl, I recommend it highly. I read it twice, actually. I think, Liz, you're reading it right now, right? Mastering Your Mean Girl. Yeah, I thought so. And it's a good book. It really slapped me in the face a little bit about the things that I tell myself. And then telling myself that I wasn't going to ever get to Emerald, that I wasn't ever going to get to Diamond was silly. I mean, if you ask April, I IM'd her and said, April, I have this coach that wants to sign up and do this with me. Should she sign up under you? Because I don't know what I'm doing. So, and April was like, gosh, no, don't do that. So anyway, she's like, I'll guide you and I'll guide her and it'll be great. And that was super helpful for me. But I have that mean girl inside of me that tells me that I'm not good enough. And so one thing that I have done to master that, and it a lot in the last 6 weeks, is I'm actually writing descriptive words of what I want to see in myself on my mirror with a dry erase marker. I don't think my apartment complex would like a permanent marker too well, but a dry erase marker, and I look at it every morning. And then I pick one of those things, and that's what one of my posts is going to be about that day. So that's been helpful for me to kind of zone into who I am a lot. So anyway, my biggest takeaways from being an Emerald coach, I've been an Emerald coach since September, something like that, is that just get excited and share that in your posts, and I share who you are. And that's the hard part for me, is sharing who I am, because I didn't know who I was for such a long time. So anyway, I'm going to let Liz take over. That way we have plenty of time for questions in the end, because I'm chatty. So go ahead, Liz.
Yeah. So like Jess said, I signed up to be a coach the same day she did. And I literally just signed up because she was so excited. And she showed me the benefits of coaching without really giving me too much information. No, she didn't oversell it. She didn't tell me what all the products were about. She just said, hey, I'm doing this journey. I want you to do it with me. It'll give you extra accountability. And, you know, the coach I have right now, I totally love her. And she always talks about this great community. You should totally just sign up with me. And that's literally all it took. And I think sometimes we make it so much harder for ourselves than it really has to be. No, not every coach is going to jump up and sign with that little amount of information and that little bit of, you know, pushing, I guess, or, you know, but I just knew, I was like, Jess believes in me. They've got a system. I'm sure I can do this. So if you reach out to people, make sure they know you believe in them. Make sure they know that this is a community and a whole system that they're getting. It's not just, you know, hey, why don't you do this coaching thing? No, it's a we thing. Make sure they know that when they're signing up. And then as far as what to do to get to Emerald, because I know that's why you're all on this call. You're all wanting Emerald, striving for Emerald. You need to make a decision that you are going to hit Emerald. Not, I might hit Emerald, or if I hit Emerald. Just make a decision that you are going to hit Emerald, and then do the vital behaviors every single day. You know, do your personal development, do your workouts, do your nutrition, be proof of the product, and then have that why for your customers. That's one that we don't really like focus on very much, but like having that reason why you show up for your customers and why they should show up for you, your customers are going to turn into coaches. And if you just focus on those vital behaviors, put your head down, and consistently invite and connect with people, you're going to hit Emerald. It took me a lot longer to hit Emerald than Jess, which was slightly disappointing for me, I'll be honest. You know, I signed up the same day Jess did, and I was like, great, there's going to be a whole bunch of people who want to do this with me. And then there was no one. I had a really hard time getting people to join as challengers or coaches, people that I knew, because they just didn't believe in it yet. So, I mean, I've had to prove to them over the last few months, and I believe I hit Emerald in January, and it was by doing that. It was by deciding, I think it was like January 2nd or 3rd when I was talking to Jess in April, and I was like, yep, I'm going to be Emerald. Like, it's going to happen. And I removed all doubt from my mind. And then I just buckled down and thought of, I think that day, I kind of made a list of 5 more people. So now, like when you first sign up as a coach, you make that list of 10 people you know. Well, I was like, I'm going to make a list of 5 more people that I realistically think I can get to sign as a coach. And then I just talked to them about it. I kind of presented it as this system, because that's really what it is. It's a community and a system of tools and products that will help you get to your goals. When I presented it that way, people were much more likely to jump on board and say, hey, I'd love to do this with you. Now for me, I only have 2 coaches underneath me. I'm kind of a shiny new emerald, but again, it's bringing that excitement every single day and talking about coaching in my posts and stories. Because even though I don't have, you know, a bunch of coaches underneath me, still talking about that mentorship that you provide. Talk about, you know, even if you know you're only speaking out of confidence of what you're going to do in the future, talk about it. You know, I remember listening to a call and they said, if you don't talk about coaching, people won't know what it is. And that's so true. So often we are willing to share all about our workouts and share all about our nutrition and meal plans, but we forget to talk about this community and to talk about like how fun this business actually can be and how much fun you're having with your challengers. If you don't talk about it, people aren't going to know what the opportunity means when you say, hey, do you want to join this coach?
Can you guys hear me? Sorry. I think my internet just reconnected. Can you hear me okay now?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I think it just switched internet connections. Sorry. Keep going.
And then use these team events that we have going on to propel your business. I signed up during a flash sale, mostly because it was like there was that little bit of pressure, like, okay, I only have 2 days to sign up to get this price and to get entered for this gift card. Might as well do it now. It's now or never. So use that. Use the flash sale that's coming up on the 18th and 19th for Ultimate Portion Fix. And, just promote the crap out of it. Talk about it constantly. And then make sure you show that excitement that Jess was talking about. If you're not a smiley person, get used to smiling, because the more happy and excited you seem about these products and experiences, the more people will want to jump on board. Yes, some days I have to force that smile. Not every day is going to be easy, but when I truly think about why I'm doing this, coming back to your why, when I truly think about why I'm doing this, a natural smile comes across my face. So even if all the other BS of the day comes through, just push it aside, think about your why, and then be like, all right, I'm going to snap a couple pictures and make a post. And that's all you have to do. What else did I have on my notes? I kind of got sidetracked. Oh, the flash sale on the 18th and 19th. Talk about the gift cards. Talk about how, Ultimate Portion Fix can change your life. Talk about what it can give people, not so much, hey, it's this nutrition system with all these containers and cookbooks. Talk about what solution it can provide for people. Because they're buying into this story of what they can get. They're buying into this idea of what their life can be like. Not so much like the products. It reminds me, I was talking to my sister-in-law today, and she kind of showed me her stash of doTERRA and Herbalife stuff that she uses. And it kind of got me a little sad because some of it is very similar to what I sell. And this is like one of the top 5 people in my life. So, if she isn't getting on board with me, like, it kind of crushed me a little bit. But then I talked to her about, she was like, so why do you even drink this Energize stuff? And I didn't go in, she wanted to see the ingredients, obviously. But then I went into how it makes me feel during workouts. I told her stories about how, like, on days when I don't want to work out, all I do is drink some Energize, and 30 minutes later, I am ready to go. People want to hear those stories. They want to hear those real-life applications, not so much. You can tell them it's a plant-based workout supplement, pre-workout supplement all day long. That's not going to change their life. What's going to change their life is giving them motivation when they don't have it, and that extra kick to finish their workout when they really don't want to, and when there's kids screaming, and you're selling the story and the experience behind it, not so much getting people to buy products. And when you sell experiences, you're going to sign coaches, because you're going to sign people who are in it for the long haul, and not just people who want to buy a thing of Energize or buy a thing of Shakeology. They're like, okay, I want to join this plan and go all in. How do I go all in? And that's when you present coaching as the opportunity. And yeah, that's kind of my takeaway from it.
Well, and I kind of add a little bit to that. Every single one of my challengers right now is a coach or a discount coach. that's active. So my active challengers are all that. So one thing that I've done, and I think it comes from the confidence that I had as a personal trainer because I was used to it, is just telling people what they need, in that this is a discount. So when I present something, if somebody says, hey, I want to do Ultimate Fortune Fix or 2B Mindset or whatever it would be, I say, okay, cool. Well, let's see if we can get it the cheapest way. What are you looking for? And then I'll say, sometimes it'll be like shakes or performance line or whatever in the program. And I always remind them that bundling it is a lot cheaper. And then I can get it cheaper for them every month if they sign up as a discount coach. And so it depends on from there where my conversation would go. If they want to do discount coaching, I think I've got 4 of my 6 coaches are discount coaches right now. So I knew that was going that way, but I know one of them will probably be a coach. And I would say I give her about 3 to 6 months because I really think she's headed that way. But I know that about her, but she doesn't mean that she can't sign up as a coach when she did sign up and start the program. Because and coming from somebody who said no to April like 900 times, like I don't think you guys know how many times I said no to her. So no, I don't want the discount. That was stupid. So no, I don't want to be a coach. That was silly. So it's important. I said no so many times, more than I even said yes. But she always presented it, well, that's just silly. You're going to save money. You're going to save money. And in the long run, I ended up doing that. So make sure when you're presenting coaching, you only need 2, and they don't have to be active coaches to be Emerald. I got lucky that my first coach was Liz because she's great. And I got lucky because I rely on her a lot for this business, which is great for me. But you just need a discount coach and either a spouse, a husband, wife, sister, mom, anybody. I don't know who else you can add into it, but somebody that you can sign up. And we use my husband as my second coach to get to Emerald that day. And I buy like Energize or Performance or when I did 3-day refresh, I bought that off his because you only need 50 personal volume points to keep that active. And I want to try all the products. I've bought, the fiber, I've bought the greens, I've all kinds of different things through that. So I get my shakes through my stuff, but all the extras I get through my husband's account because then I get volume as well as he stays active. So I always get the minimum on my account, whether that's the right thing to do or not, but then I put all the extra on his to keep me there. So I know that one of the things that's difficult on coaching is to talk to people and what to say and to fight different objections. So Liz and I have very different styles. I have a very different style from April. I think what I did and what Liz did, and I'm sure April did a long time ago, is that we started looking at everybody's styles. I found so many different trainings. I forget the girl. I think Ashley was her name. She does peanut butter and jelly invites. So I took that, and then I took how I felt comfortable with and did that myself. So I kind of created my own style about how I invite people, and it's everything. And the other thing that with invites that makes me feel really confident is I can screenshot it to Liz or April and say, I'm stuck. What should I do? My brain's not working today. So don't be afraid to ask for help. I know that I'm more than willing to help if it's after work hours or whatever, at lunch or whatever. I know Liz would be more than willing to help and April would be more willing to help. We're all in this together. So what questions do you guys have for us? I know I'm a little scatterbrained sometimes. So if you have some specific questions, just like unmute yourself and ask or whatever, because I don't want to keep you all too long. No?
I have a quick question.
Go for it.
So I guess when you're talking about challenge packs to people, okay, how do you, if they've never tried Shakeology or if they've never, if they're not leaning towards the Shakeology side of things, like if they're just interested in BOD, like how do you talk to them about becoming a discount coach? Like how would you approach that conversation?
I go from Shakeology to the performance line. I love the performance line. I use Recover and Energize every day. And it's also, I've had a lot of conversations about challenge packs with people who do keto. And it's kind of keto friendly if they do one. So that's been helpful because it's a little lower in carb for them until I can move them over. But yeah, mainly that's what I do. What do you do, Liz?
Well, when I was a brand new coach, I would always just say, okay, that's fine. We'll just do Beachbody on Demand. And I'd give them the 3 month or year long option. And I feel like I lost out on a lot of challenge packs that way. Because I feel like I didn't really explain the benefits well enough. I feel like I just kind of, thought like, oh, well, I can't push it. I'll just let them do their thing. And then most of the time, those people who just did Beachbody on Demand came back and ordered something from me later. So really talking to them about their goals and say, is weight loss your goal? Is, toning up and getting fitter your goal? Like, what is your goal? And then if, it is weight loss, I kind of talk to them more about Shakeology and just say like, what would you do if you had one meal you didn't have to think about and you knew it was perfectly balanced for you already? How would that change your life? And that's worked with 2 people to switch them from just BOD to a challenge pack. And
the money saving. I mean, people love me included. So,
and I always give them an out. I always say, hey, if you don't like it, you can do the money back guarantee and you can drop at any time. I will not pressure you to stay on and do something you don't want to do.
Yeah. So I see Alicia wants to know what a PB&J is. So I don't know. I felt like this was great for me. So it was not Ashley. It was Megan. And I don't remember Megan's last name.
Kozlowski.
How do you say that?
Kozlowski.
Yes.
I only know it because April chatted it.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. So anyway, Megan, she's a superstar diamond from my notes. And I'm just going to kind of read a little bit. I take notes on all the big calls that it's just like dripping with ink. But a PB&J is, first off, when you contact somebody, you want to thank them. So thanking them for liking, commenting, supporting. For me, it's supporting. I always thank you for supporting my journey. It really does mean a lot to me. And then the PB is complimenting them. So I saw that you like to blank, or I love Christmas too. Your Christmas tree was awesome. Kind of all that stuff. And then the invite is, have you ever considered doing this? Or if not, so it goes, wait a minute, let me start over. I'm sorry, my brain's going funny. So thank them for liking, compliment them, saying, I saw you're up, you like this. Invite them, have you ever considered? And then your out is your last piece of bread. It's, if not, no worries. I hope we can still support each other. And out is great. So how I do it is I do it in like 5 different messages. So I'm always thanking them. Thank you for liking or whatever, and then ask a question towards the end of that. Then I compliment them. I thank and compliment sometimes are in the same message. My invite's typically a few down because I'm not very good at cold invites. I like to get to know a little bit about the person first. So complimenting them or inviting them, have you ever considered this? Or your profile looks really great. If I'm working on my cold market people that I don't know right now, so I'm going through and saying, you're just a really upbeat, exciting, fun person. You're so motivating. Have you ever considered being a coach? Because you would be just so good at it. And that's what I do. And then if not, no worries. I'm still excited to meet a new friend in the fitness industry or a new friend in the weight loss industry or crafting industry or whatever it would be. So I kind of take my PB&J, the thank, comment, invite out, and I split it all up. So what do you do, Liz?
I've been kind of relying on the, especially for invites to coaching, the using a third-party tool tactic. I use that everything you need to know about being a coach on our team video, as well as the why our team's coaches are grateful for what they do videos. And so a lot of my invites lately sound a little bit like this. Hey, I love your page and your positivity. Everything, or, I find something about their page, the bright colors, the way you edit your photos, find something about their style that I like. And then I compliment them on that. And then I say, you know, I really think that that would translate well as a health and fitness coach on my team. Would you be interested in learning more about the rock stars I support daily? And then just leaving it at that, or say, would you mind if I sent you a video to give you a little more info about what I do as a health coach, or as an online health coach? And then more often than not, people have said, yeah, sure, send the video. Now, I've been getting a lot more ghost messages after I send the video, but that's still more people out there seeing and knowing what we do. And I am going to continue following up with them all the time.
And I ghosted April
when they're ready.
I ghosted April like 3 times in 2016. So, and now I'm here. So don't be discouraged by being ghosted.
And there's some people that I contact every couple of months that I know are going to be coaches at some point in time that, you know, I just don't give up on. And, you know, I don't harass them, don't harass people, but, you know, just shoot them a quick little message that says, hey, just wanted to check with you. I know it wasn't a good time before, but would you be interested in a little more info now that, you know, Christmas is over, or now that we're getting into spring? You know, just a positive, upbeat, basically a, hey, I'm not giving up on you and I believe in you kind of message.
What other questions do you guys have? So if you, most of you on here have one coach, right? So do you guys have somebody in your life that you could sign up?
For me, I could sign up my husband, but I'd ideally like to have one more coach. And then right before I sign up that coach, then I'll sign up my husband. So, I mean, obviously before like that March date to join, I'm like blanking right now, sorry. I will sign up my husband if I need to, but ideally I'd like to push for having someone else before I sign him up.
And do you already have one?
I do, I have one. So then like I'll sign up my husband before I sign up the third coach.
It's me.
Yay! That's fun. There was a call I watched, and I could probably see if April can find it because she definitely would probably know about not signing your husband up fast enough and how much money that would cost you. Do you have that, April? Yeah, I think so. So
I recall watching a really, really good one about like signing him up in the right placement. And I did make him watch it as well, so he understands the importance of getting signed up. But yeah. But yeah, so I was just, you know, just for my own like comfort and to know that I'm on the right track, I guess I'd like to have someone else. But I mean, if I don't by then, oh, awesome. Thank you, April.
Yeah. Let me ask you kind of a tough love question. If you're waiting to sign up your husband, is it because you don't feel like you're going to sign someone up soon? Or is it because you're afraid you're not going to? Or
I think it's just like, so I have been putting a lot of effort into the invites recently. And ever since I started putting it, I'm going to say like a week and a half, I've been putting a lot more effort into like the daily invites and making sure I hit a number that's in my head. And since then, I've seen a lot of responses, so it's heading in the right direction, and I have the faith that I will sign up another coach. But yes, it is the fear. It's like the fear of like not having, like not getting someone else and then wasting that money essentially, because it is expensive. Like it is expensive.
No, I get it. Go ahead.
What you can do with him is sign him up with packets. And sign him up with packets of, and you will sell those, make a post and say, hey, I'm doing 7 days of Shakeology for $30 or 5 days of Shakeology for $25. You get this, you get a meal plan, and you can run a free shake group and literally have like your return on your investment right there. So that's what I would do if you're worried about like putting more in than what you're getting out, is do that. Then people have tried it and they're like, oh my gosh, that was the best week ever. I feel so great. They can find, they can follow Clean Week. So Clean Week meal plan and workouts are absolutely free. They just have to have a free Beachbody account. They do not have to have BOD. So you can hook them up with a clean eating meal plan, 7 days of workouts, and then your shake. And literally right there, you get a return on investment, and people are more likely going to purchase after they've tried it and they've been supported by you and had fun in that little community you run. So I would do that and make it your goal to find, so that the packets, you get 24 serving. So maybe we can steal one from somebody else, but that's 5 people that could do 5 days worth of Shakeology. And then you would have a return on your investment right there.
Awesome. That actually sounds, yes, I like that plan. I will do that. And
Well,
talk
and
to
then
my husband right now. Thank you.
To keep your husband active is less than keeping you active in personal volume. So you have to have 90 as an Emerald personal volume points, but only 50 for him. So it is less. Sometimes I don't even know what we got last month. I think it was like Energized packets. And I think I got a 7-day sampler pack of shakes because I wanted to try Greenberry. Like, that's all I got for keeping him active. And
There's also a cool coach sampler pack that only coaches can buy.
Mm-hmm.
It's all vegan Shakeology samples. It's regular Shakeology. It's Energize, Hydrate, and then a performance, the entire 1 serving of each. And I think it's like $70. It's like 75 PV, maybe it's 75 and 75. And then it's another way to just send out samples to people. Sorry, Jess.
No, that's okay. I appreciate the help. Because I know Liz got the coach sampler pack, I think, in your first month. I did the Shakeology sampler pack just to try some stuff. And then I got Hydrate last month with his account just to make the PV. We don't get Shakeology on his account every month, but he drinks it every morning with me. So it's about every other month that I'm getting Shakeology with him because we have a lot. We have to order it a lot. So, any other questions?
I would make it a goal too to try new things every month on the spouse account. Like the Shakeology boosts are so cool. The Power Greens is literally an extra green container. That's a serving of veggies. There's a Focus Energy. I have a girl on our team that literally took, Ritalin every day for her ADHD. And she's like, I use Focus Energy now and I don't even use my medicine, which is crazy. And then there is, obviously you don't want to like put that out there. Like, oh, there's always a disclaimer like, oh, it cures ADD, but just having those in your arsenal for people. And then there's a Digestive Health that you can a scoop too. And those are great. I absolutely love them. I use them every day. So yeah, trying something new because it's more things that you can talk about. I think it's so important to get away from just being Shakeology and BOD. And this month I sent samples of Beach Bars and Energize to literally 20 clients. I don't want you to think you have to do this. I've been a coach a long time. I had I had a little bit of surplus of stuff, and I have 3 people buying Energize today because I sent them 1 sample. So that's what I do in my prizes in my challenge group is samples of things because 9 times out of 10 they're going to buy it.
Anybody else?
I don't know if I missed it because I was only able to hop on at the end. But kind of a backstory. I was doing Turbo Fire and I tried 21 Day Fix today and I absolutely love it. So I'm going to switch over to 21 Day Fix, and I've made it like on my story and stuff that I'm making the switch and that I'm going to do a 21 day challenge as of next Monday. Does anybody have time to like go through like a brief, like start to finish of what I should do with how to get this challenge going?
All right.
I think you, Liz.
Yes. So what I kind of said before you hopped on is make it a story. People want to hear your story. Talk about why you're doing 21 Day Fix, why you love it, and what it will give them. It will give them 21 days of workouts and meal prep or meal planning guides and recipes, and tell them your story and what it will give them. I'm trying to think when I started my, because I'm starting 21 Day Fix, or I started on Monday, and I talked a lot about it in my stories on Instagram. I made a couple posts about it, but I was kind of focusing on posting about coaching. So I didn't post about it. I mean, probably 3 times a week would have been good in the week leading up to it. Because you also have Ultimate Portion Fix and coaching to talk about. Mm-hmm. So I would do 3 posts this week and talk about in your stories a lot of why you're doing this and what you know it will give you and what you know it will give them.
Okay. And whenever you do a challenge group, are you always giving out a prize, or it's just kind of for the support?
Liz and I run a challenge group together right now, and we give out a prize every other month, maybe. Right now, it may turn into every month, but I give out something little. Like I think last month I sent one to April, this like cute little box that had like a face mask in it. So, and it just said "You rock," and that's all I sent out. It was about $20. So Liz and I typically split that. This month we're doing a participation prize. So you get a point every time you add something of value, whether that be a comment to somebody else or you post a selfie or whatever it would be. We've been getting a lot of engagement through that. Last week, Liz and I kind of met about, we have what we're going to do on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays are going to be the same every week. We also post a leaderboard. I found that in our challenge groups, and I know for me as a challenger was, I wanted to be on that leaderboard. Like, yeah, thing I wanted. So that gives a little bit of competition. The girls are starting to kind of really lean on each other that way. But yeah, kind of giving value is important. Our challenge group dropped a little bit in participation in January because I don't think we were giving as much value. So making sure you give recipes, making sure you give advice, talk about what personal development you're doing, talk about things that you struggle with. Like I just went live the other day to tell them I was struggling, and I ended up in tears in my support group, my challenge group, because it was real. It was, I was struggling with something and I wanted to tell them about it. So be as real as you can and tell them you struggle, because I find that when Liz and I do that, they respond pretty well. It's not a negative struggle. It's like, I'm struggling with this, and now I'm going to do it this way. And it's great.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah. Thank you.
And with it only being a 3-week program, I would definitely do a prize at the end of it, whether it's, a couple samples of Energize, like the little sticks, or, something small. Like I know they have like wristbands you can buy, like a pack of like 20 on Amazon with like motivational sayings. You could do like a couple of those, and, even if it's something small that you're just mailing out at the end of the 3 weeks, knowing they're working towards something can sometimes be the push that they need.
Okay. Well,
yeah. Liz and I frequent the dollar spot at Target, so prizes there.
I wish we had here.
Oh no, I didn't know there was a world without Target.
Yeah, I know. Okay, awesome though. Thank you so much for the advice.
You're welcome. Anybody else? All right.
Thank you so much, Liz and Jess. This was awesome. So I'll make sure this gets this was recorded, and I'll make sure I pop it onto YouTube. I think the most important thing this week, guys, is just invite everybody to that Snoop group for the Ultimate Portion Fix. So it's a lot easier to just invite people to a group, because you're not like, and then let the group do the talking for you. Every unit is exactly what you get, what's included, the packages, the pricing, and then on the 18th and the 19th is the flash sale. So what's going to happen is I'm going to be posting like, hey, here's our first package, and the purchasing this, tag your coach below with your email and what shake flavor or performance line you want, and then literally you'll just send a share cart. And if they purchase from the 18th to the 19th, they get entered into that $50 Fabletics gift card. We're giving away 2 of those, and all of the packages are also $20 off. Now they're going to stay $20 off for a little bit, but we're like, flash sale, $20 off. So we're going to do that. So make sure that you're just constantly inviting, talking about this nutrition plan, talking about how excited you are. I actually sat down and meal prepped today. I'm going to be doing a ton of stories and videos on like the Fix Aid cookbook, guys. If you haven't opened that yet, like I am drooling over these recipes. And then there's also like the Healthy Kids digital booklet that you can get online. So use that, like kind of do like little like curiosity marketing where you're like snippets. I'm not like showing the page and giving them the recipe, but I'm like literally drooling over this, like a super zoom, like heart on, Instagram, like little things like that to just get people interested. And all you're doing is doing polls or asking for their emails. I love doing polls because so many people are so quick to do that. And then take a look at like, our Instagrams, and then also you can watch Rachel and Heather for our team. Their stories are great too. And so just making sure that you are just continuously dropping those little snippets, and everybody that's interested, just send them a message. Hey girl, I'm so excited. I added you to the group. Here's a message. Here's the link to the group. And then there's a welcome post it asks us what we're struggling with nutrition. I want you to comment there what you're struggling with nutrition, and then every time you add somebody to the group, you'll respond to your comment and tag them there. So they see that you already put that in there, and then they're more likely to do that. And so that's just really great that we're getting them in there. They're commenting, they're introducing themselves, they're talking about what they're struggling with nutrition. So we're already like selling them on it. We know what they need and why this program is going to help them, and then let them know the Fabletics gift card, like they said. So literally all of your invites are to this free group, because even if they want to coach, they are going to sign up with this Ultimate Portion Fix. We're really running with that this month. So, yeah, let us do it for it. Just like that's how Liz and Jess both signed up, is during that flash sale. So you could have somebody, and tell your people if they have any girlfriends, just, hey, invite them. If one of your girlfriends joins us too, you'll get another entry into it. I don't care if they invite one of their friends and they purchase something, then yes, they deserve another entry. And you could even get them to sign up as a coach and get them their first client underneath them or something if they want to, and really get them that first win. So I think that's the most important thing, is also tell people, hey, if you have anybody else, any other babes in your life that are looking to lose a little weight, feel better about the skin that they're in, invite them here. It's going to be a ton of fun. So anything, let's take a picture. But anything,
yeah, I was going to say, do we take pictures in this group? Because I love those for my stories.
Okay. Oh, wait, I got to get on Instagram so it's the right size. Ooh, I have to put Adley away. Sounds like she's still awake, which is super obnoxious. And I'm going to knock out some invites tonight. So, once I get Adley to bed, I'll let people know if anybody's still working late tonight. You're welcome to hop on with me. This lighting is driving me crazy. Sorry.
I don't know what it is about the lighting in my house, but I either look completely washed out or like a freaking zombie.
Like I have my ring light, which is supposed to help with light, and it's like looks like, but when I'm going again, I just had a great idea. I'm gonna do this. No, I'm an idiot. No,
yeah, let me see if I can get it.
Somebody else help me.
All right, I'm going to take one. Ready? Oh, no? Yeah? Okay. 2, 3. Maybe? Yeah? Okay, cool.
Anybody can be a coach. Anybody.
Last time I did that, I cut